Children possess a remarkable innocence, a pure, uncomplicated way of seeing the world before life's complexities leave their mark. This innocence carries hope, suggesting that each new generation might refresh our perspective on life. This truth shines through in the heartwarming stories shared by Maya, a single mother, about her young son, Tom. When she began posting their everyday moments on social media, she was touched by how Tom's innocent viewpoint resonated with others. Her posts went viral, perhaps because they reminded people of a simpler way of experiencing life that we often lose touch with as adults. Maya, a striking woman in her middle years, found herself dedicating her life entirely to her son Tom after an unexpected turn in her marriage. Their story began years earlier during her college days, when she was a new transfer student feeling out of place in her classes. Quiet and reserved, she kept to herself until a charming classmate named Gary took notice. Gary approached her one day, curious about her solitude. When Maya confessed her hesitation to join the social circles, fearing rejection, Gary assured her that everyone had once been the newcomer. As a fellow transplant to the city, he took it upon himself to help her adjust, introducing her to classmates and showing her around town. Their friendship blossomed naturally. Soon, Maya was a regular at student gatherings and coffee shops, becoming an integral part of campus life. But her connection with Gary grew into something deeper. They found themselves seeking each other's company even on days without classes. When Gary finally confessed his feelings, he was nervous about Maya's response given her reserved nature. To his delight, she returned his affection. Their relationship deepened, and after graduation, they moved in together with plans for marriage on the horizon. But their post-college lives took different paths. Maya secured a position at a bank, while Gary struggled to find his footing in the professional world. Despite his charm, he couldn't seem to break free from his college habits, the parties, the drinking, the casual approach to responsibility. His work history became a string of brief employments, each ending in dismissal as he failed to adapt to professional life. Maya's financial independence made her dismissive of Gary's employment struggles. She willingly supported him through jobless periods, brushing aside friends' warnings that he might be exploiting her generosity. She defended him passionately, citing their history. He'd loved her before her successful career, and maintained unwavering faith that he'd eventually find his professional path. Their early married life had its charms. Maya would return from work to find their home immaculate and dinner prepared, with Gary lavishing attention on her in ways that made her feel cherished. But this idyllic period proved brief. Gary abandoned his job search entirely, instead spending her earnings on late-night revelry, often stumbling home as she prepared for work. Her attempts to discuss this behavior fell on deaf ears. Then came unexpected news. After feeling unwell at work one day, Maya visited a doctor and discovered she was pregnant. Her joy was immediate. She'd always dreamed of motherhood and hoped it might inspire Gary to change. But her husband's reaction shattered these hopes. He accused her of making this life-changing decision unilaterally, disbelieving her when she explained the pregnancy was unplanned. Gary stormed out, only to return days later with apologies and claims of regret. Maya, still hoping to salvage their relationship, welcomed him back. But his true motive soon became clear. He'd run out of money. When he immediately asked for funds, Maya finally took a stand. With a baby on the way, she refused to bankroll his partying lifestyle any longer. When Maya insisted Gary would need to find work to support their growing family, he reluctantly agreed, pleading for one final loan with a promise not to spend it on alcohol. Maya, still hoping for change, agreed on this condition. But the next morning, she discovered only a note. Gary had fled, blaming her for the pregnancy and claiming he wasn't prepared for fatherhood. Though devastated, Maya found strength in her approaching motherhood. She committed herself to being both mother and father to her child, determined that her baby would never feel the void of a missing parent. Her son Tom grew into a remarkable boy, brilliant and deeply devoted to his mother. He threw himself into his studies, eager to make her proud. At school, he formed a special bond with his English teacher, Mr. Adam, who was known for his extraordinary dedication to his students, organizing outdoor activities and bringing small treats to class. One day, Tom came home bubbling with excitement, telling Maya about his father at school, who taught and played with them. Intrigued by Tom's declaration, Maya asked why he thought Mr. Adam could be his father. Tom's simple response, "He looks just like me." Curious, Maya accompanied Tom to school the next day. Upon seeing Mr. Adam, an African-American man who bore no physical resemblance to her white son, she was moved to tears by Tom's innocent perception. To him, their shared love of history and sports was enough to make them family. Maya shared photos of Tom with Mr. Adam on social media, and their story touched hearts worldwide. People were moved by Tom's pure-hearted view that connection transcends physical appearance, a reminder of how much simpler and more beautiful life could be if seen through a child's eyes.